So, everybody, I'm thinking about saints, and I'm thinking about them because All Saints' Day is the week from Friday. More than that, we're going to be talking about saints in OCIA next Tuesday. So, one of the best things, we have a little bit more time this year in OCIA because of the late date of Easter. So we have a little bit more wiggle room in what we teach and what we think about. And so I am able to add to our calendar a list of new things for people to think about. And one of them is the communion of saints. Very often this one gets shoved into another session, depending on how early the date of Easter is, like last year. But this year we have the wiggle room to talk about saints, which is awesome because you and I profess that we believe in the communion of saints. That's part of our creed. Not only that, the other thing that we're reminded when we talk about saints is that the only people in heaven are saints. So if you and I want to go, we need to join the communion of saints, and we need to ask those in that communion to pray for us, to mentor us, and help us to get there. So I'm thinking, what saints should we talk about? I don't think there's a bad saint, but some are more known than others. Some who have been canonized have made more of a dent in the world, so to speak. And in all of this, the reason we choose a saint, or we invite the saint to choose us, is to find a holy example in heaven, to ask them to pray for us, and to use them as what you and I want to emulate in our own life. So, again, I'm looking at the Litany of Saints, which is obviously long, but the first handful of them are, well, the first, Holy Mary, Mother of God. So she is our greatest saint and is always listed first. Next, Saint Michael, the Archangel. You know the prayer that goes with that. The other angels can be listed. And then Saint John the Baptist, obviously another great saint. Saint Joseph, Jesus' stepfather and Mary's spouse. Saint Peter, Saint Paul, all of the apostles. So again, the list goes on and on. There are also recent, and I use that word a little loosely, but when you look in history that we remember, there are saints like Mother Teresa. We can go back to some of the saints that are saints because of their martyrdom during the Holocaust. So people like Sister Benedicta of the Cross and Maximilian Kolbe. So there are saints that we could pick that we can actually more easily place in history. In any case, I keep thinking, who should we be talking about? So I've given a challenge to the team of people that help me with OCIA to pick a saint. And here's what I've asked them to do. Pick one of our heroic, notable, I guess, would be another way of looking at it. Somebody that has made a mark that has left an impression in our church, in our world, so that we point in the direction of a saint that our soon to be new Catholics can choose as a patron and can invite to choose them as their mentor and their saint in heaven. So, who would you pick? Like I said, I have a lot of thinking to do between now and next Tuesday. And all of us have this next week to think about what we celebrate as church in November. So, All Saints Day, All Souls, the Book of the Dead that we have in our church, the names of the people that we have buried in the last year. All of us are destined to someday be on that wall. And so as we prepare ourselves for the month of November, what saints should we be thinking about? Who in our families and in our life should we be praying for and gearing up to know that in the month of November, our walls in the sanctuary will be covered with the names of the people that we have helped to lay to rest at Holy Trinity. Thanks be to God for November. Thanks be to God for the reminder that we're all destined to make our way to heaven. It's one of our great hopes as Catholics. So as we prepare for the month ahead of us, who would you pick? Or who have you picked? Have you talked to them, prayed, and asked them to pray for you? Dust off your saints. Who is your confirmation saint? Who do you look to now? Get ready. You and I should never abandon the saints that we have chosen and made a part of our life. And November is a great time to dust them off and remember them. Looking forward to next week. So, have great rest of this week, and I'll see you at Mass on the weekend. God bless you.